And so we're also curious about your production. Can we expect any original tracks or remixes from you in the near future? What the creative process is like, and when possibly when we could see
Yeah,
this.
right now I'm focused on making my mixes on my SoundCloud. I have different volumes. They're called Glow. We're up to Glow Volume 7 now. And that's really my focus now, mixing different remixes of different genres, pretty good making people dance. I'm still on my starting my journey to producing, but right now I'm focusing on making mixes that people can put on either for a party where you go to the gym and say, oh, this is Jay's music. I'm all about the melodies, getting people singing, dancing to all different types of genres, whether it's the big room EDM, the deep house, the tech house. I like to really emphasize the melodies, the vocals to get people singing and dancing.
And that's great to hear. And speaking a little bit about that, beyond like your DJ persona, tell us a little bit about you and your background and your personal life.
Yeah, so I've started going to shows, and I started at more the big room scene. Like I love started with like Alesso, Griffin, going to see those shows, singing along with your friends, and you remember those moments, right? And then coming to San Diego, obviously the house scene is really big here. And at first I was like, I'm not really like that house music stuff. It's all just like elevator music and everything. But once you learn more about it, it's just a wide umbrella, and there's a lot of good melodies within house music too, and a lot of good lyrics. So that's why I still love my big room, but now I'm obviously transitioned into tech house, but still keep those melodies intact. So that's been a great journey for me coming here to San Diego.
And when you're playing, are you looking to give out a certain message or emotion to the people?
Yeah, I really want people to kind of feel it, in their soul and their heart, as well as just dancing and having a good time. That comes with like the melodies. For example, if you hear Rihanna, "We Fell in Love in a Hopeless Place," right? That can be the original track, could be a tech house remix of it, but I guarantee you, people will know that song when it comes up, no matter what genre it is. And I want people singing and dancing and remembering that, oh, like I remember singing that song when Jay was playing.
That is true, and it's a good way to have people remember you, which is a great idea. Any exciting projects or events on the horizon that fans should keep an eye out for?
Well, definitely looking forward to Fungal Fantasy for sure, and keeping the momentum going. It's keeping the rounds at Bloom Avenue, Backyard, keeping up with Legendary Group as well, and also pumping out those Glow volumes. You can look forward to Glow Volume 8 very soon on my SoundCloud. Check out my Instagram, jay.mc7, and get those Glow volumes some plays.
Now let's get a little bit into Fungal Fantasy. What inspired your choice of tracks for your Fungal Fantasy set?
So normally when I don't pick my sets too far in advance, maybe a day or two before, because I kind of want to see how I'm feeling, what songs are hot at the time. So it'll probably be a day or two before that I really finalize my set, if not hours before. And then, you have to really read the room, adjust on the fly. The goal is to get people dancing, not just stick to the set, 20 songs that you've picked. You got to be, as a DJ, you got to be able to adapt and see what's going on in the room. So, but I always go back to the melodies and focus on the lyrics, get people singing and dancing, whether that's big room, tech house, deeper with something like an anima remix. You expect to be singing and dancing.
And so are you saying, a little off topic, that would you say song selection is better than having, like a perfect set or like, a planned set? Do you feel like song selection is
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think you can have, your core, maybe handful of songs that you for sure want to play, but beyond that, you got to read the room. I mean, the crowd that might be there while you're playing might be totally different than what you expected. So you got to be able to adapt and have a whole library brought with you to be able to adapt what you think people want to hear at the end of the day, because you're playing for those people that are right there in front of you at the end of the day.
And then can you give anyone, any starter DJs, any tips on how you're able to, I guess, engage or even keep cautious of watching, the crowd and being able to gauge?
Yeah, I think I know even when I first started, the big mistake is a lot of DJs just look down and kind of focus on, the mixing part, like choose the next song. But a lot of DJing is looking up and engaging with the crowd, and it's got to get people going and moving, because people thrive off of your energy. They don't want to just see you looking down, whether that's messing with the mixer or choosing a song. That's kind of boring to people. They want to see you looking at them, getting them going, because that's a lot of the performing. Right? At the end of the day, we're there to perform, not just pick songs.
And so speaking a little bit on that, how do you plan to create a unique atmosphere and experience at Fungal Fantasy?
Yeah, I think like I've emphasized this whole interview, I think I'm more melodic focused than a lot of the DJs in town. So I think people remember just how how much they sang to my set versus maybe some other sets that are more deeper house focused. So I think looking forward to that.
And so, speaking about that, are there any special moments that fans can look forward to?
Yeah, they can look forward to singing and dancing with their friends. Put their arm around your friend or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, and maybe you'll be singing "We Found Love in a Hopeless Place" with a tech house remix of that. You have to see.
And so, speaking of songs, is there gonna be any signature tracks being played at your Fungal Fantasy set? Kind of sounds like you'll be playing or Rihanna.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Rihanna. So that's definitely going to be among the library. But you'll have to see. I played Rihanna at Bloom, popped off, obviously. But we'll have to see. I try to go deep down, try to find remixes that people haven't heard before. So I'd be willing to bet you'll be hearing something you haven't heard before.
And so, what do you hope people take home from your set?
That they remembered the moment that they sang to a particular song with the person right next to them.
That's a great answer. I love that answer. So now finally, with this last question, the people want to know, do you have any shout outs or do you have any dedications you like to make?
For putting this all together, Control and Freak, for sure. Appreciate you having me. Callow, Siggy, all the rest of the guys will be playing. Looking forward to the event. And hope to see a bunch of people out there turn out, and you won't regret it. It'll be a fun time.